I'm Julia, a first-time mother. I wanted to have a natural birth from the start of my pregnancy. So everything was going quite smoothly for me for the initial first 2 trimesters of my pregnancy until at about 35 weeks, my gynae informed me that my baby was actually in breech position and that I have to consider the option of a cesarean birth. So I was quite uh, devastated, I would say, by the news because I very much wanted a natural birth if possible. So I asked around and I was recommended to Yen, who came to help me at week 36. So she taught me a few positions where I can practice on my own uh, to try and turn the baby head down. So we did that, and every day we did a few rounds of the positions, and finally at week 37 when I went back to the gynae for a check, the baby was turned head down successfully, so we're very happy. So that was the first challenge that we had to overcome at the third trimester of pregnancy. The second challenge that we had to overcome was that my baby, my gynae was telling me that my baby was big, the head was big, and that it's better if he's induced so that he can be born earlier and therefore not so big. But I wasn't really prepared to induce because we went through the HypnoBirthing course and we learned that, well, with induction, there's also a possibility of complications if it's not successfully induced, and therefore also lead to emergency cesarean. So I was more inclined to wait, and fortunately, my gynae was willing to wait with me up to 41 weeks. However, by 40 weeks, baby is still not showing signs of coming out. So, so doctor suggested to induce at 41 weeks. So we agreed, but between that 1 week before the induction date, I was again trying my best to induce naturally, and I also approached Yen again and asked her if there's any natural ways I can try. So I tried everything possible, from drinking like raspberry leaf tea to eating eggplant parmesan to evening primrose oil, and finally I resorted to foot massage on the last second or third day before the induction date. So by then there was still no signs of labor, so I was, well, okay, I will just go for it for the induction on the day itself, the next day. But surprisingly, when I was admitted to the hospital, they found that I was already 4 cm dilated, and therefore I do not need to be induced initially. So doctor allowed me to wait, and I walk around, and with Yen's advice, I do polar bear movement and do some other movements to help. And it helped with the dilation, but not fast enough. And not strong enough. So by we were admitted at 8 a.m. So by about 6, then I agreed to the gynae's suggestion to have the drip to quicken the process. Yeah, to bring along. So after that, when the surgeons came along, I also put into practice the hypnobirthing breathing methods. So what I felt during the labour process is it's not exactly pain, but rather discomfort, more like severe menstrual pain discomfort. So I just breathed through the surgeons, and it helped, and it wasn't unmanageable. It was manageable. Yeah, and to a certain extent, when I was 10 cm dilated, I don't feel 10 cm dilated, and I was told I'm ready to push. I was asking us, are you sure? I don't think I'm ready, but yeah, okay, I will just push if you ask me to. And then, yeah, the baby was born like in 30 minutes of pushing or something like that. Yeah. So it was quite amazing because I also did not expect myself to be able to do it without pain relief at all. Yeah.
Baby size.
And my baby was 4.1. Initially,
Surprise.
yeah, it was a surprise. In from the ultra scan before just 1 week before birth, he was about estimation 3.5, maybe at most 3.8. But when he was born, he was 4.1. So it's actually, yeah, it's possible.
Mm.
Yeah, and it was a pleasant birth process for me personally. Yeah, although I feel that it's an achievement. Although I did have to have the drip at the end of the day, to me it was partially natural because I didn't really have to have the first part of the induction, the pills. Yeah, so I was very happy. Yeah, so
How
that's the
does
process.
how does Andrew feel?
I think he was. It was something new for him because he has to act as the supporter, the companion. So he has to do the admin stuff, and also because the room was very cool, and he also helped to tell the nurse, can you bring up the temperature and all. So it was he is really acting like the birth companion for me. It's very useful, and it's also it helps to provide support for the mother when I have to go through the surgeries. And during the pushing process, he was there to help and support my neck and also counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think it was a good experience for him as well.
Oh, thank you.